Hi, you guys. Good morning. It is 7:22, July 22nd, 2020. My name is Daryl Johnson. I'm with Ride the Wind, and I'm going to be pretty quick about this because this is probably from yesterday, about the 25th time I've tried to do this video, and YouTube's not letting it go up. So that tells me two things. Well, YouTube is obviously censoring. But the second thing is I have to be saying something true here. Otherwise, they wouldn't be bothered. And there are channels out there talking about, or APU, that are talking about kind of the same subject. I've got just a bit more information than they're putting out there. I'm not faulting them because they're going towards the right direction. Anyway, so we're working on the 25th time here. Let's hope this works this time, right? So this would be part 4 in the series, right? Yeah, I think we're at part 4. And I want to point out one specific metaphorical value, or that has metaphorical value, and also has a value within humankind, humanity. Excuse me. Itself. I don't think I've had enough coffee. I don't even have time to drink it. Okay. So let's start with the sky. In the northern sky, which is basically west now, right? Sun setting in the north. We have the Orion system. Within the Orion system, we have Atlas and Neowise, which are one and the same. And we also have Enki. Okay? These represent the capstone on the 13-step pyramid. See, no one's taken it this far. The 13th step on the pyramid, and then you've got on the back of the dollar bill the capstone, which would be the element of the falling. Being as we've reached that 13th step by the announcement of Ophiuchus, the constellation system, and the announcement last week of NASA, God, bad hair day, of NASA announcing this 13th sign, has such great significance to me, and it should to you also if you're following along. You have to follow along. You have to do your research. No offense, but some of the questions are being answered. You can Google, and that's going to teach you more instead of me explaining something that's on my path. And I'm not trying to be curt. I'll answer your question either way, but I'm telling you how to learn. Research. You have something that pops in your mind, you got to make sure it's not a disreality, that you're not crazy like me, right? So when I go to Google and verify, you're going to have to do it a number of different ways, is whatever came in my mind that night or within meditation or whatever the case may be, all of a sudden I come up with this slot. Well, next thing I'm doing is Googling it, where soon I'll be heading to the library since it's opened and using actual books and going right around YouTube or going right around Google and the censorship practices that are currently enacting. Obviously, somebody is reading every word I say before I even go to upload this video, because I did a 15-minute test this morning to see how much time I had. Didn't say anything, just let YouTube record, right? Well, that was going to upload fine. So I do this video thinking, okay, I got things fixed, right? Apparently not. So we got the pyramid, 13 steps, right? What that does, or what that is in parable, or metaphorically in value, is the cornerstone. The cornerstone, if you match it to a molecule, the cornerstone square, match it to a molecule, it is also square. The capstone is the 5th element, which is the shine of the stars, which is the evil, which is the cabal, which is the Illuminati, which is what's transpiring within our current reality through all media platforms. All media platforms. This is being perpetuated, and people are getting paid. I'll guarantee you that. So here we go. Northern sky, Atlas, Neowise, which are again one and the same. Still trying to really make sure that Enki is the same also. I do know this one thing. There's a thing set next to the sun. It is green. It's not moving. It's highlighting everything in the world. You post it on Facebook. It's leaving these spots on the side of buildings in downtown New York City with these sparkling dots around it. Well, guess what those are? That has to be some kind of fragmental debris field created from whatever this thing is. And I don't know if it's any of the things that I just mentioned. It could be a totally separate entity, because I found a cam capture where right next to the moon there's this green circle. Fully defined green circle. I get it up for you today, right? Fully defined green circle sitting right next to the sun, and it almost eclipses it if I pull all my pictures through. Is that what's leaving this glow around the world, which I think through atmospheric conditions is diffused into the elemental colors, which would be blue, green, red, yellow. Okay, I don't understand why those match up. And that also transcends into the archangel's colors: Michael, Gabriel, Uriel. I'm going to stop there because I never get the last name right. I never say it right. So in the north sky, basically what that's doing is denoting evil. Now in the opposite sky, we had the new Opintia system, the new zodiac sign, right? Looking at my time. The new zodiac sign, the 13th zodiac sign, which denotes, again, the 13 steps on these three pyramids that actually they're derived from. But again, it's on the back of the dollar bill. An ancient civilization created these pyramids. We have no information about who or what they were, but they made these three pyramids, and you put a black light on them, and they light up, and so does the eye. We don't know who these people are, and they found beneath these pyramids is where something announces itself. I-Sun. He announces himself. That's in the south sky, opposite the northern sky, which I would define as not good, right? In the south sky, Opintius, the meanings of Opintius is serpent. I-Sun, my belief and what I've researched, is dragon. Dragon made to be bad, like everything else is in reverse. Dragon is good. I just started thinking about last night. It crawls out of a pit. What does that make you think of? How could that pit be created? Could that pit be created by an asteroid, and then this thing comes out of it, or he comes out of it? Then the second beast arises from the sea and takes power and authority from the dragon. The second beast that arises from the sea is not a good entity. Again, it can be traced back to a satanic background, Merovingian dragon lineage, Templars, go, go, go. Now, I-Sun in the south sky has also been tried to be covered with the name Wake Tuttle, Wake Swift, and this is all distraction. And I have a NASA research paper right over here, as I stated before, that's titled I-Sun/Wake Tuttle, where it says that I-Sun did not break up behind the sun. It moved the sun, and it actually came out the other side stronger. This is in the Opintia system. Also, the Opintia system denotes enlightenment. It denotes knowledge. It denotes healing. It denotes this and that, right? Good, bad. Okay? So, I think the planets that are here are basically the battle lines for the gods. And I made a post. I think it comes from a channel, Lion of Judea, that I always watch. I mean, they're just cool. You know, some of the religion I don't agree with, but the message, his message, no matter what man did to rewrite it, change it, or whatever the case may be, still came through very clear. Help each other, love each other. Love each other, help each other. Same thing. Simple code. Simple code. Now, so we're at the unification point. And if you look at society right now and what's transcending, it's transcending over into evil. So the combining of the capstone, which would be the extra molecule in addition to the cornerstone, which I used to walk around and talk about in parable. He talked about the capstone, the cornerstone, and that we could overcome the capstone and still be good people. Didn't work out, but that's what he said. Okay? So not only metaphorically within our constellation systems in opposite sides of the sky, which says a lot right there. And then again, these comets and asteroids named see this, see that. This is for comets or asteroids. Why are they using the C? Why are they announcing an asteroid, the C 1995 and 1998, that I'm going to do a video on, that they discovered in 98, and they're throwing at us now, 22 years later? None of the astronomers' reports are matching. That's why it's having a real hard time for me to get data. So my guess is they're on a payroll too. You can't tell me that you have a $250,000 telescope and you can't catch what I'm seeing on cam. You can't catch this glow that's lighting up skyscrapers around the world's streets. It's taking over light. So regular white light is turning green because of the power of this thing. Okay? So really that's one I want to get out there, is we have to be very aware. Now it's a battle within self, spirituality, the battle for your soul, the epic battle. I forget it's what, the spiritual value, the spiritual fight exists within us on a spiritual plane, but it's also transcending or manifesting itself through the physical plane, the fights, the riots, just the evil things you're seeing on TV. You know, Black Lives, no lives matter unless Black Lives Matter. To my brothers and sisters out there, you know what I'm talking about. You're not dumb. And they know. Okay, they know. Okay, no life matters unless Black Lives Matter. So what does that mean? What is that telling you? That we're supposed to start taking babies and throw them in a river? Because no lives matter now? Thank you very much. So no lives matter, so we let each other blow each other away like it's the Wild West? No, I don't think that's the meaning. Okay? Burning, smashing, the unpeaceful unrest, what's going on. And they're bringing out the military. Make no mistake, these Homeland Security boys are military. And we've been under martial law ever since April when FEMA took charge. FEMA took charge in April of everything, media, transportation systems, where we live, everything, and the Constitution was suspended. If you watch that speech, all you got in the background is Trump mumbling. How come you didn't tell me? How come you didn't tell me? So again, they are the boys in charge. And they have been. And if you don't think that martial law is currently instituted, in a martial law situation, the power is transferred to a state level. So we've got states, each state, each governor, defining whether or not it's time to go back to school, whether or not it's going to be mandatory to wear masks all over the world. The power is within the states. Do you understand? Now, before I end this, I want to add this with, if this doesn't match up with the trains, U.S. troops that are marching across the United States, $2.73 trillion worth of hollow point bullets. Patriot Act, dash Obama, dash the ability to use force on U.S. citizens by foreign and domestic troops. Those troops have been here learning guerrilla tactical warfare, our weapon system, and English for the last 6 years. FEMA has purchased millions of plastic hop liners that are stored across the United States. Trey Gowdy invested a military official as to where the location was, $2.73 trillion worth of hollow point bullets. The reply from the Army basically was, I don't know, and couldn't answer the fact when Trey asked, these are for killing, what are you doing with it? I guess the last part I was saying that is, you know, again, as I stated before, they're not planning a birthday party. When the event occurs, that's when they're actually able to implement UN Agenda 2030, the Sustainability Act, and culling begins. And there will be some idiot that will fire that first bullet, and it will be endgame. That will be the beginning of endgame. And they will win, no doubt, if we approach this in that fashion. The only way we can do this is to more knowledge, to raise each other higher with love. By raising yourself higher, you raise others higher. I'm going to cut this off here and hope this works. I love you all very much. If this works, I'm going to try and do another one today. But I'm here and I'm trying. Pay attention to what I'm doing on my Facebook. Daryl Lynn Johnson, DARRYLYNN Johnson. All the pictures that prove exactly what I'm stating are posted there. I catch them off my live world cams, which consist of 13,000 around the world. I can go anywhere. So anyway, have a blessed day. Thank you to all you subs, my old subs, everybody. You know, you lift me higher. That's what you do for me. You make me complete, and you keep me going. I won't give up ever. Thank you. I love you.